Alright, boys, welcome back. Let's see what Yuri has to say here. The seriousness in her voice made me subconsciously stiffen. What was it? What was she going to tell me? Could it be what she hadn't gotten... Could it be what she hadn't been able to say back at the hospital that time? Listen, Shun, you and I are actually... I'm home. Ah! Oh, do we have a guest? Sorry, Shun, I forgot I have something I need to do. We'll finish this next time. Huh? Hey. Sorry, next time. Yuri-chan? Yuri practically bolted out of the house. This reminded me of what had happened back in the hospital room. Oni-chan, Yuri-chan left, but... Did something happen? Yuri said she remembered something she had to do. She mentioned she's in poor health, so maybe she's going to the hospital. The fuck? Sorry, the dog over here is making a weird ass noise. Oh, I came home early today. Classes were going to be self-study this afternoon, so I asked the teacher for permission and came home. Oh, really? You have not eaten any lunch, have you? I'll get something ready for you. Thank you. If she really was that sickly, then it may have actually been a bad thing that I had gotten her to come meet me. Yuri jokingly suggested she was skipping, but was that true? I was a little worried about her. White screen. After everything Yuri and I had gone through this afternoon and Sharon coming home from school, I decided to spend some quiet time at the house. I collected my textbooks and other necessary supplies since I would be going back to school starting tomorrow. I did feel a little anxious, but I had to do my best. Oni-chan, dinner is ready. Thanks, I'll be right there. Sharon had taken it upon herself to prepare my meals as if it were natural. Fuck, dude. It's rewind time. Sharon had taken it upon herself to prepare my meals as if it were the natural thing to do. She made just enough for me, watched me as I ate, and even cleaned everything up afterwards. I can't take care of the cleaning, Sharon. I felt ashamed having her prepare my food when she obviously liked the ability to eat. I wasn't nearly as good at cooking as she was, though. I wanted to do something, even if it was just doing dishes. That is okay, Oni-chan. Dr. Monami may have said that you are alright, but you did just get out of the hospital. Please leave this job to your little sister. Sharon smiled sweetly and started cleaning. Sister, huh? Something about that word bugged me to no end. Sharon certainly did look exactly like Sharon. Her cheerfulness and smile were the perfect representation of a fully grown version of my sister. But Sharon really wasn't with us anymore. The accident at the beach had taken her life. I had no memory of her passing. For that matter, I had forgotten everything that had happened to me from after she died until the day I woke in the hospital. Oni-chan, you're going to school starting tomorrow, yes? She stopped cleaning for a moment and asked. Yeah, I was considering going. Understood. You had a rough day today, so please head to bed early tonight. Sharon is extremely level-headed. She was very different from Sharon, who was never able to do anything due to her weak eyesight. It was difficult for me to think of Sharon and Sharon in the same way. Damn! Did you hear that? Damn! That saxophone? Holy shit. Get it. Hell yeah, dude. You have my sister's memories, right? If I recalled correctly, Sarah had mentioned that Sharon possessed Sharon's memory data, and that no other androids like her existed. She was completely unique. Fuck, dude, this shit's going boppin'. Yes, I do have Sharon-san's memory data. Sharon-san? That's right, you said that earlier. Sharon and Sharon. Oni-chan, do you recall your time with Sharon-san? Yeah, that was everything, though. We were so young back then, it wasn't likely I remembered everything correctly. I do remember. I can recall all the times we spent together. Since I am an android, I am incapable of forgetting anything. But you are different from Sharon. Yes, there was a point in time where I felt like I was Sharon-san, but that is no longer the case. She hung her head and looked rather upset by what she had just said. Sorry, did I say something wrong? Sorry to have gotten so serious. I am fine. Let me take care of the rest of the cleaning. With that, Sharon made her way toward the kitchen to finish the dishes. So, Sharon believed she was an entirely separate entity from Sharon. Sharon. Yes? Is something the matter? Oh no, never mind. Bop, bop, bop. Hello? There we go. Sharon and I walked to school together. I was in peak physical condition, and I would be returning to school starting today. I should have been fully prepared for this, but I still felt pretty anxious. I had no recollection of it, so could you actually return to a place you can't remember going to? Oni-chan, are you okay? You look so pale. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just feeling kind of uneasy. I may not be able to stay with you since I am a first year, but at least Sarah-chan is in your class. Dr. Monami wanted you to take it easy for a while and attend school whenever you felt up to it. If anything happens, please let me know. Thanks. This was my school? It definitely felt like my first time here. The entire idea that I was a student here felt unreal. I don't recognize this place at all. I've been a student here for a while, right? The fact I was a second year meant that I would be spending quite a bit of time here going forward. Yes, all of us are students here. Me, Sarah-chan, Yuri-chan, Hibino-senpai, and Hanako-senpai. I see. Knowing that I wouldn't be all alone was a little reassuring. Phew. I took a deep breath and made my way toward the school building. After Dr. Monami gave me my class and student numbers, I decided to give attending a try. All eyes were on me the moment I stepped into the classroom. Per Dr. Monami's earlier instruction, I sat down at my assigned seat and tried to ignore the curious glances. Now that I was finally seated, I could hear my classmates talking quietly among themselves. Details surrounding my accident and how I came to be afflicted with amnesia. It wasn't hard to make out their frantic whispers. I looked around the room, but there wasn't a single familiar face. Not only did I not recognize anyone, but it felt hopeless to even try remembering them. Was I really in this class? Sarah finally noticed me and walked up to my desk. Sarah, morning. Good lord, man, I tell you what. Alright, well, never mind. I had to go check something out real quick. Some weird ass noise, so I was like, what the fuck was that? Anyways, morning. People are going to talk, but I don't think you need to worry about them. Here, it's a copy of the notes from while you were absent. There were a few things missing from the days I was also absent, but use them however you'd like. I flipped through the notes and found lines upon lines of beautiful, methodically written characters. Thank you, this will be a big help. You're welcome. With that, Sarah made her way back to her own seat. Oh, Nanami-kun. Ayako walked into the classroom and her eyes immediately fell on me. Morning. I guess today's your first day back at school, right? Yeah, thanks for your help the other day. No problem. Did you like the popsicle? That's a tough one. I figured. If there's anything you don't understand, you can come talk to me anytime. Sure. Thank you for the help. It's appreciated. Yes, I could always just ask if there was something I didn't know. When I looked around the room, my classmates' earlier whispers had turned into idle chatter, and they acted as though nothing had happened. Ha! I slipped out of the room. Come break time. The teachers carried out their lessons in a seemingly normal way. I was left with this bizarre feeling, even though my mind was void of any personal memories. I somehow had no trouble remembering my studies. While they were vague, the memories were all there in my head. It was so insanely unnatural that I couldn't settle down. I wanted to be alone. In my attempts to do just that, Dr. Monami walked over to me from across the hall. Oh, Nanami-kun. What are you doing here, Dr. Monami? I wanted to explain your condition to the homeroom teacher. I'm also working here as your school counselor. How is it, being back at school after so long? I'm fine, physically, but it does feel kind of weird. I can't remember anything. I couldn't help feeling frazzled since this place felt brand new to me. I was obviously curious about my past, and I wanted to remember everything as soon as I could. But I was also being tormented by this painful sensation in my chest, almost like it was telling me I didn't want to remember. Nanami-kun, are you okay? You look pale. I'm fine, sorry. Would it be okay if I went home early for the day? Yeah, understood. I'll get in touch with the necessary parties to let them know. It's fine if you take things at your own pace for a little while. Thank you very much. I returned to the classroom to gather my things, and practically darted out of the school building. Would coming here really help me remember anything? I heard my accident had happened here. And this was also the same place where Sharon had died on the day of the fireworks exhibition. I had been plagued by this gloomy feeling for ages now. Why do I have amnesia? There was no way my classmates were all bad people. I bet anyone would act that way if someone they knew lost their memory. Right now I was doing nothing more than standing in the same place the previous Shun Nanami had occupied before he lost his memories. Yet, unlike him, I knew nothing. and I was living with an android who looked identical to my deceased sister. As I fumbled through each passing day, my resolve to regain my memory as soon as possible only grew stronger. There you are, I knew you'd be here. Yuri, how? I quickly turned my attention to the girl who had appeared before me. Sharon told me that you were coming back today. I went to your classroom to find you and heard you left early, so I came looking for you. Sorry to make you go to all of that trouble. You could have told me you were going back to school. We used to walk to school together too. We did? I had no idea. It was hard to say whether I would have gotten in touch with her even if I had known. I had more or less gotten a handle on Yuri's personality, but I was still acting kind of reserved around her. I'll go home later, so you should go back to class. No way. I'm a delinquent. I'm used to skipping anyway. Was that really all it was? Yuri didn't match the typical image I had of a delinquent. You sound really proud about that. Didn't you skip class yesterday too? Yeesh, making too big of a deal out of it. Forget about me. You're more important right now. Shin, are you okay? You look miserable. Sorry. Even if it was to keep her from worrying, I doubt I could act like everything was all sunshine and rainbows. Were you looking at the ocean? Yeah, I thought it might help me remember something. I see. Yuri didn't know the true story behind the accident that had caused my memory loss. Sarah requested that I not go into any specifics about the accident, and I believed it was best for me to keep that information to myself for the time being. Let me know if there's absolutely anything I can do. Thank you. Or so I say, but I guess it must be tough. No, it's not like that. Shun, there's no reason to lie. I can more or less tell that you're holding back. Sorry, I just feel like I have to. Yuri and I had apparently been friends for ages. Even without a memory to reflect on, it's possible that fact only made it easier to talk to her. Hey, Shun. I tried to tell you about this the other day. The other day? Well, listen, Shun, the truth is, you and I... Now that she mentioned it, I got the feeling she had been trying to tell me something. What is it? What about us? Right, I've been worried about whether I should tell you this entire time, but I've decided I will tell you after all. We were dating. Huh? We were dating. We were totally dating. Dating big time. Big time? You don't believe me, do you? This is the first time I'm hearing about it. Sharing that sort of information seemed like that sort of thing people would do if you lost your memory. But everything I had heard suggested that Yuri and I were just childhood friends. We were keeping it a secret so nobody else knows. We hadn't been dating long, so we never really had a chance to tell anyone. It only makes sense as to why no one knew about us. Yeah, got it? Really? Yuri talked in rapid fire, rambling on and on. You really don't remember, not even a little? It's kind of sad. How long had we been dating? Since when? Huh? A month? Oh no, 3 weeks or so. It was that recent? Yeah, but come on. We've been friends since we were little kids. We've known each other for over a decade. It's been that long. Geez, you could practically say we're beyond lovers. We're like family, that's how close we are. Huh. I wasn't entirely convinced by her explanation. Yuri didn't seem like a bad girl to me, so I decided to go along with it. Of course, since you've got amnesia, I won't act that way anymore, and you don't need to worry about it. But at the very least, I wish you wouldn't act so modest around me. We were super close before. I know everything about you, okay? Got it. I was still skeptical about us being boyfriend and girlfriend, but Yuri was trying to tell me I didn't have to be so on guard in her own way. I decided to accept her goodwill without a fuss. Sorry to intrude. I headed home with Yuri in tow. It's lunchtime already. I wonder if we have anything lying around. Want me to make something? Can you? Yuri had treated us to a meal the other day, but I couldn't recall if she had been that great of a cook or not. Wasn't my last meal edible? I guess. It wasn't gross, but if you were to ask me if it was super delicious, I'd question it. I'll take a look in the fridge. With that, she helped herself and took a peek inside. Sharon's keeping the place well stocked. There's plenty here. This and this. Yuri started plucking all sorts of different ingredients out of the fridge. Is it okay to use all that without asking? It's your house, Shun, so why not? I doubt Sharon would object. Yeah, it is my home. I guess you're right. If you're worried about it, you could always call her. That's true. Let's see. I'll wash these. It took her some time, but Yuri was making our meal with practice technique. Here we go. Want some help? I didn't think I was the culinary type, but after hearing a rather dangerous sounding noise, I came rushing into the kitchen. Seriously, I've got this. I may not look like it, but I've been practicing whenever I get the chance. You know, since I'm your girlfriend, the way she said that sounded kind of forced, so it made me a little suspicious. Then again, Yuri had come to visit me every single day in the hospital. We had known each other for a long time, and she had a very familiar aura about her. Do you normally cook? Sometimes. My mom taught me. I don't do it every day. How often did you cook for me? Huh? We were dating, so yeah, on occasion. But since we were keeping it a secret, I guess I didn't get to make meals for you too often. I see. Oh, which am I supposed to cook first again? The meat or the veggies? Oh well, I think it'll be fine. I'll just extend the cooking time a little. Couldn't let that disturbing comment go unheeded. On second thought, I'll help. I'll be fine. But besides, if you stand next to me while I'm using a knife, I'm scared I'll stab you by mistake or something. I'll keep my distance then. I did sense some potential danger. That's the way it's going to be, so leave it to me. Yuri oiled up the pan and started slow frying the veggies. What are you making? Stir-fried vegetables? Is that something I could make too? I'm going to make it. Just let me do my thing already. Not like that. I meant that I could do it in the future if you wanted. In the future, I think it's pretty simple. It's just frying up whatever happens to be in the fridge. Really? I feel like it would be a good thing if I developed my cooking skills a little too. I felt bad making Sharon do everything for me, but on the other hand, eating out also felt wrong. I better keep a close eye on Yuri's cooking for today. I think this is what I'm supposed to do next. By the way, you're not going off a recipe? Yuri looked rather unsure about this, so looking it up would probably be a good idea. It'll be fine, it's just cutting and frying. I've just got to cook it a little longer, season it, and it'll be all done. Yuri smiled proudly as she tossed the veggies into the pan. Turn the heat down so you don't burn it carefully. With each passing second, the fried veggies began to give off a tantalizing aroma. It actually looks kind of good. Doesn't it? Next, seasoning. She splashed the veggies with some salt and pepper. Now, to taste. She cut off a small bite-sized piece from one of the veggies and tossed it into her mouth. Oh? Salty? Huh? But whatever, it's fine, it's fine. Is it really? The way she muttered "is fine" over and over again was surely a sign. It's no biggie, I've got a ton of tricks up my sleeve for when I mess up. Just gotta put a little water in. Would it really turn out okay? That was delicious, a wonderful meal. Yuri finished her food with a big smile on her face. Thank you for the meal. I feared the worst while she was preparing it, but it actually turned out to be quite tasty. There were the occasional big, soggy, and poorly cut vegetables, but still. I need a drink of water. Yuri put some water into her cup, then retrieved a small case from her bag. Medicine? Yeah, I need to take it after every meal. There's an awful lot there. What sort of medicine is it? You don't look like you have a cold. It's some sort of illness? No. It's no big deal. Sorry for sort of hyping it up like that. Really? Yeah, they're like vitamin pills and stuff. She tried to play it off and quickly gulped down her pills. Alright, time to clean up. Don't worry about it, I'll do it. I stopped her before she could get up from her seat. Really? Also, were we really dating, Yuri? Yes, we were. Nothing comes to mind. Nothing's familiar about us doing all sorts of stuff alone together, like this or anything. For whatever reason, I was comfortable around her. It felt like we had spent quite a bit of time together when we were alone like this. I wasn't sure whether we had actually dated before, but I did think it was true that she was someone important to me. Sorry for forgetting. Huh? You must want my memory to hurry up and come back too. Everyone probably felt that way, not just Yuri. They were all being so kind to me in hopes that my memory would soon return. But the one they were being kind to wasn't me, but the past me. It would be great if it happened sometime soon. It wasn't as if I didn't want to remember, but some part of me was afraid to remember. No, that isn't it. Yuri? It's not that I don't want you to remember, but I'm not spending time with you just because I'm hoping you do. I want to be helpful. Oh, that was a hove of burp. I want to be helpful to you of my own free will. Sorry, that isn't how I meant it. When I heard that you got into an accident, I was so worried about you. I was on pins and needles the whole time I was waiting for you to wake up. But I'm going to end this episode here because we've been going for a little while. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next video. Peace.